All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get right into the build. It's gonna be pretty fast, pretty self-explanatory. This is gonna be called DAHLLY Moze, obviously, because we're using all DAHL weapons here. We'll go ahead and actually go over the gear first. It's kind of important. Yeah. It's DAHLs and Sandhawks, obviously, because DAHLLY. A weapon that you could easily put in here would be a Nemesis pistol. Very, very good. Really underrated right now. If you can't get a KSN or having trouble getting a good Sandhawk, definitely go for a Nemesis. That would definitely be very good. Obviously, though, KSN and a Sandhawk is going to be your best bets for the DAHLLY build here. But yeah, we're running 2 radiations, 2 corrosives. And then obviously we use those to switch on and off. This is like the main mobbing KOSIN. This is mainly for Wotan, any like armored enemy. Basically the radiations for just general mobbing. The corrosive generally is to help out with taking down the raid. Obviously, so here's our front loader. That's very important and very, very good, might I add. First off, we get the double into we get the double spec into it, so we get 60% and then we get 40% more capacity, which is really awesome. Then we get a 50% chance to absorb bullets as ammo. I have a few other front loaders just on me. I wouldn't use this one obviously because it's well depleted and we're gonna be at 1 health most of the time. This one's actually is also another good one to go with for even more radiation damage. And then I have some other ones in my vault, but definitely go for a front loader. Wow, I didn't have my Mitosis Hunter Seeker on. Generally, I have the Mitosis on, obviously, because it's better than a cloning. But that one did have shock ASC, and I didn't have any, shock other ACs. Like this one was cryo AC, and these are, radiation across the board. They all have 150 rad on them, and corrosive, obviously. So that's why I had those on. Here's our Pearl. Yeah, the Pearl's obviously very disgusting still. I feel like for a build like this, it's very good. Here's something I can go ahead and do just explain. If you don't have a Pearl, or let's say you don't have 150 rads, the consec kits will do just fine. Maybe not as insane damage as a 150 rads, but with that you wouldn't have to go into a front loader if you don't want to, because we mainly go into a front loader just so we can make use of the 150 rad at all times. But yeah, we're using a Pearl here. The Mitosis Hunter Seeker or Cloning Hunter Seeker stacks up the Pearl before you even shoot. Chaosin's really good at stacking the Pearl, so it's a Sandhog. They're really good. Obviously, we're using a Bloodletter since we're going to be at 1 HP. Splash damage, weapon damage, all damage. I wish I didn't get the one thin red line. I prefer that to be in Desperate Measures, but I mean, it is what it is. This just fits everything that we're looking for here. Stuff that you would want on here is definitely splash, sniper damage, overall weapon damage, doll damage, SMG damage, stuff like that. Just something to complement your tree, obviously. And that basically explains it for the equipment. Go ahead and look at the tree. So the build tree's not too. There's a few things you can change up for yourself, although I wouldn't really change the red tree. The red tree is very simple. You get Armored Infantry, 3 in a Vladov, 2 in a Thin Red Line, so you're at 1. Obviously, I maxed out Drowning in Brass because it's dope. I found that you don't really need full can of whoop ass because with the Bloodletter and Moze's lifesteal skills and Sandhog and Chaos, and you're not going to be in emergency of jumping in here to activate this. But if you want to, you could. But you would just have to pull one from here and Vladov Ingenuity, but I didn't. So we also get Experimental Munitions, bonus incendiary damage, and then obviously you want to max out your Desperate Measures because we get the we're at 100% HP, so we'll have this buff literally up at all times. That's why I wanted my Bloodletter to roll 3 Desperate Measures so I can get 100%, but we're just going to be chilling at 83. So if we go over into the Bottomless Max Street, this one has the most skill points into it, obviously. So since we're running all DAHL weapons, go ahead, put your stuff in a match set in Cloud of Lead. Putting your stuff in a match set will allow us not to have to put anything into the Iron Bank. And then go ahead, max out Stoke the Embers, Redistribution, and Russian Offensive, obviously. Scrappy is absolutely amazing now. We get weapon damage, handling, and switch speed, and swap. So that'll be really helpful for just, switching, continuously switching over. For instance, we're taking things out with our freaking radiation chaos in here. Take out lots of enemies, maybe rip off a shield, boom, switch over to this, and then that's just kind of what we're using it scrappy for. Plus the 30% gun damage, you can't beat that. 1 in the Scorching RPMs. Initially I pulled this, I had 2 in here. Initially I had none in here, and 5 in a Taurus cross promotion, but we only have 3 in there now. So I put the 1 into here and then have the other one that I had in here. So I initially had 2, and then I threw that 1 into Forge. Initially I didn't even have Forge, and I was still wrecking face without a capstone, and it was doing just fine. But I figured well, if I'm using 2 Sandhawks, it's probably gonna be a good idea to have Forge. So I would recommend just throwing the 1 into Scorching RPMs, max out your click, get yourself for the road, and then get yourself your Forge. And then I just showed this tree, Fine Skagged In, Means of Destruction, and then Taurus Cross Promotion. Very self-explanatory. This build's not complicated, not much to really go over. It's 2 of the most powerful weapons in the game at the moment. That's why we're going to call it DAHLLY Moze, because they're all DAHL weapons, and these DAHL weapons are absolutely crazy. DAHL really did make a come up. Other things that you could, other DAHL weapons, other Chaosins, bro. I said earlier the consecutive Chaosins could work really well. And then the Nemesis is the other thing I want to look for. The Chaos just kind of fell off. Don't worry about using that assault rifle. Definitely get just Chaosin, Sandhawk. Nemesis is a good honorable mention. Place to farm them, obviously Captain Trant for the Chaosin, and then Katagawa Jr. for the Sandhawk. Anyways though, guys, my name's Kree. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Oh, I'm on PSN, by the way, so if you're on PSN, I can hook you up with a lot of these KO sins and some of these sand ducks. I've helped out some of my viewers already, but you know, if you do to run this build, I can definitely help you guys out. Anyways though, guys, my name's Kree. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, fellas.
You are the one, also